Welcome to Visit Extended channel. I would like to continue introduce ANQ Congress under Quality Academic series. Today, the talk is related to the first ANQ Congress in 2015. Every time I introduce, there are 17 ANQ members in different country and economic area form together, become an Asia level for quality. One of the key events is the ANQ Congress. It will be performed annually by different members rotating in different country or economic area. And today, I'll introduce in Chinese Taipei. The first ANQ Congress was organized by Chinese Society for Quality (CSQ) in Taipei from 19 to 20 September 2015. And the theme is using quality as differentiator to gain competitive advantage. So it is a good photo of the HKSQ member. These are many people, and this three members, I guess, they are winner of the HKQF award from testing and certification discipline. And in 2015, also 100th anniversary of Gala. So Professor Kano present this celebration during the Congress. Now, I would like to introduce my talk during the Congress. My topic is the integration of quality and innovation management system for organization innovation. It is a very hot topic at that time, even though still today. Now, I'm briefing my presentation. Firstly, we'll introduce the organization innovation. Second, the new version, ISO 9000 at that time is 2015. An innovation management system based on the European standard CENTS 16555-1, an integrated approach from quality management system to innovation management system. We use the TRIS implementation model and methodology. It's we call it QM framework plus TRIS. At the end, I will share the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park case study and have the conclusion. Simply word, quality is making things better. Innovation and making better things. Based on the quality management and quality management system definition, we defined quality and innovation management system is a set of elements of an organization's management system for making better things better. Now, I introduce the quality organization. No innovation. We adopt the idea of behavior, which are new and novel to organization, and it could be separated into 5 main categories: system innovation, organization innovation, surface innovation, product innovation, and process innovation. Now, introduce a new ISO standard at that time because during the conference time is September, but it is at the end, at the end of the 2015, ISO 9000 standard is issued. However, at that time I used the DIS version. The main change is a higher level structure, use ISO directory, risk-based thinking, fewer prescription requirement, less emphasis of documents, define boundary of the QMS, and increase the leaders requirement. It's a new and major change in the ISO 9000 at that time. And we will also revise the quality principle from 8 quality principles become to 7 quality principles because they integrate the process and system approach into process approach. This is the DIS model. After the issue, the new standard is a little bit modified, and the concept is the similar handle chair. And The higher level structure in the ISO directory is separated into 10, the scope, reference, terms and definition, context of organization, leadership, planning, support, operation, performance evaluation, and improvement. Based on Nigel in 2014 in conference in Hong Kong, he introduced pen to separate in each course of ISO 9001. It's a very reasonable and very good understanding between the course of the standard and pen to check at phase. Now I'm introducing the innovation management system 16555. Before that, we would like to distinguish between invention and innovation. Invention is creation of the new ideas or concept, and innovation is turning this new idea or new concept into commercial success or widespread use. It means more focus on application on innovation. Innovation management system is a new technical specification, and there are a series of the technique specified as the following is developing innovation strategy and vision, building organization culture to promote innovation, introduce the best fit innovation process, using method, techniques, and tools to promote innovation, and focus on measuring the innovation result. It aims to help organizations increase their innovation capability, and then they can generate more value for their stakeholder. They also use the PDCA structure. Like this is overall PDCA, but one is different. After planning, you have the new idea, go through the ideal funnel, become an innovation result, your assessment and improvement. And some support is leadership support, enable factor support, and also innovation methodology or management techniques support. I'm very like this innovation funnel because they have from idea to innovation result for ideal management, development of project, production and exploitation, market innovation, etc. And then for innovation management technique, I separate into two levels. First is system level, understand the context, development strategy. We can use the innovation capability maturity measurement. At the project level, we generally evaluate and select new ideas and develop project, ensure and protect the result. Such as we can use the design for system, trees, and project planning. Now I'm talking about the indication of quality and innovation management system. First, I compare the two standard ISO 9001 and CNTS 16555-1. They have the same high-level structure of ISO directory, and mostly they can indicate. And one key difference in the yellow is the operation is developed innovation project and assess the result in the innovation management process. Another totally different is extra from the QMS is innovation method technique. They have the strategy, innovation thinking, IP collaboration, and creativity, etc. This is the model I propose. Use the ISO framework and their process operation using the ideal funnel, indicate insight, and supported by different standard of the different standard series in the CNTS 16555 include strategic intelligent management, innovation thinking, IP management, collaboration management, and creativity management. Now I introduce TRIS. TRIS is the Russian word, but I don't know how to pronounce, and the meaning is a theory of inventive problem solving. Assure is the author. He created is a father of the twist, with the swell leverage pattern office with many patterns, and have a good idea very later to stand with to how the motherland to do better invention. However, he was arrested. And at that time, he used 6 years to study this theory in the jail and writing his first paper, and we have the twist. Compare twist and random method. Random method is try and error, is randomly, not efficiency, and however, use a twist to reduce the area to go to your most ideal ideas. It's a more strong solution or random. There are 3 levels of the Masters. Is an International Twist Association. It's a training to level 1, level 2, level 3. In this example, I only introduced the level 1 using the inventive principle, functional analysis, cause and effect training, evolution trends analysis, treatment, and keyboard analysis. We are employed 6 tools. In this sequence, first is a line window, second is ideal file result, third is a functional analysis, 4 is a cause and effective trend analysis, treatment, and technical contradiction. Technical contradiction involves 39 engineering parameters and 14 inventive principles. Problem of implementation. However, when we would like to introduce twist as a tool, but it is low systematic implementation framework. How can we propose this implementation model? Methodology. We reference my teacher Dr. Chin's TQM implementation framework. They use a 22 step-by-step introduce facilitate TQM adoption through awareness, preparation, and implementation phase. 22 steps. This is example. First, awareness, preparation, planning, execution, review, and modification. And I modify become a 20 step for twist is also awareness, prepare, plan, do, check, add, and validation. And we need to have the support top management and twist committee forming, and also twist promotion working group. Now, we are talking about a case study. I used one project in our reliability laboratory under Technology Support Center of Science Park. It is Science Park, many laboratory, and used one of laboratory to do this metal tray example. First, top management commitment, and we have formed the TSC twist team, VT, in Science Park in 2014. We invite Dr. Michael Lee to teach us the level 1 of the twist. It is all my query joined together. We have the vision, 3 T's, vision, mission, and objective. We would like to be the leader of the twist solution provider in Hong Kong to promote twist problem solving methodology in Science Park. Go incubate and talent is our mission. Our objective is to influence and other 10 colleagues in the Technology Support Center to attend level 1 training. First project, the IC metal tray heavy rate and need to increase the sample amount. However, we have the constraint is the maximum loading in the oven is 2 kilograms. Define the problem. We need to increase the sample amount. However, the test environment, IC devices are put inside, metal train stick up, and under 1,000 cycle, high temperature and low temperature, and 15 minutes per cycle. And maximum loading of the oven is 2 kilograms. It is the old trend. We have the 2 layer and pose on the chamber. It is a different chamber in our reliability laboratory. Now, we use the 6 tools, twist tools from line window, IFR, function analysis, CECA, treatment, and also contradiction table to find it. Now, I'm briefing in the line window, we have the metal tray, past, present, future, system, supersystem, and subsystem, and identify all possible elements. And then our ideal final result is zero rating of the sample holder, holding larger amount of IC sample and fix the IC samples orientation. And then also functional analysis from system is a metal tray. The system component will break down it, and super system component is air and cool air. So after separate the component, each component related to the interaction analysis, after the analysis we can draw the functional modeling. This is the bottom plane, the metal tray here. Now we cause an effective train analysis from target disadvantage, go to the key disadvantage. After step by step, we identify it is a metal tray is too heavy as a key disadvantage. After that, we use the treatment, remove some component and use another component, replace the function of the original component. In here, we use the bracket, replace the support function of the holder from the bottom plane. And then we identify different and engineer parameters from the group discussion, identify 16 parameters. And then we need to use the technical contradiction table and write down the if then but to find the contradiction. For example, if the parameter 2 and 16, we have found 4 inventive principle. 2 and 15 is here 2 rating of long moving objective, 16 durability of the long moving object. And then another example, maybe 2 and 25, another is 12 to 13. After we identify the pair of contradiction, we separate the duty to all the team members, and then they have the right if then but. My example is 39 productivity compared with the rating of non-moving object. For example, I write if then but if the test increase productivity in each lot, then the track condition more or track contain more sample, but the rate of track and sample increase over the limit. It is a contradiction. Under these two engineer parameters, we can use the contradiction table. We find 4 inventive principles: mechanical interaction, trip, disposable, dynamic part, and local quality. After all members find their 3 or 4 inventive principle, we draw together to find the frequency. The higher frequency, different parameter find the same principle, and the higher frequency, the higher probability this principle can as a reference for our solution. At the end, we identify the 2 principle. Principle 1 segmentation is separate. Principle 50 is dynamic part, is movable, as the design oriented. Here, original and first result product, we are separating the small one to hold the sample is not like this heavy, and the second one is considered orientation. After that, we use a much smaller holder, and the tray. Originally they only have the 2 tray, but after we decide the metal tray become hold 12 tray, and each time we can handle originally 1018 pieces of sample, now become 3016 pieces of sample. Huge improvement. So in conclusion, innovation and quality could integrate into one system. Top management support is important, and recognize the 3 project sets. Preliminary study using the 20-step one-trace implementation framework in organization innovation is proposed. At the end, I would like to say the pull force to change becomes a set. innovation is for survival. No innovation, no survival. Okay, it's finished, and some reference. After ANQ Congress and presentation, they have another cooperation symposium together. It's a IAQ and ANQ symposium. It is organized by the Quality in Education think tank and IAQ, cooperate with ANQ since 2012. And Roland is the key man. He is a lead us for this conference, and I'm also one of speakers to introduce quality education in Hong Kong. And every time finish the conference, we have the Gala dinner and sing and song together. It's a Hong Kong team, usually Hong Kong, mainland China, Taipei. We are singing a song together. I'm so here. Okay, after that, usually we have the race, but in this time, our HKSQ arranged the Congress race. Before the Congress, we have to visit the pharmaceutical company called PUSA, arranged by Minda, contact with the manufacturer and lead us to the production line in clean room to see how they arrange this pharmaceutical product. If you are interested in my paper about the integration of the quality and innovation management system for organization innovation, you can download it from ResearchGate. You Google it, search ResearchGate and Autolite. You can download my paper to see more detail. At the end, I also introduced the Hong Kong International Academic for Quality Academic, very active to join different international quality-related conference or seminar, and we exchange our idea for each other. Okay, thank you for your attention. See you in next time. Bye-bye.